Oh well. Okay, so we have Desby and Illy Bobbery. Really? Fair enough. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Lift off. I like how he's pulling such an expression that it doesn't look like he has a mouth. He's so scared it fell clean off. Someone asked what games do I have for the live stream. You can go look at my Steam profile and see all of the games I have. Alternatively, I am entirely willing to buy one if somebody can think of one that convinces me it's a good investment. You know, if you find one I think will fit perfectly with a live stream, I will quite happily buy it. Dead Island, really? That was mindless zombie bashing even for single player without having to talk about how mindless zombie bashing it was. Okay, let's start rolling this over. And the next stage is about to exhaust itself, so we will jettison that. And go to the map view. Sure, I just had something explode. It's never a good sound. Okay, coming up to 70,000. Let's cut those engines. Okay, we'll put them on a tiny bit to help me steer. And over we come to the 90 and cut. No, come on. There. So waiting till we get a bit closer to the apoapsis. Alright, let's start. So we'll be dropping off this outer pair in a second. Hopefully the wobbles will slow down a bit then. And away they go. Okay, that is the target. How's the fuel doing? Plenty. Okay, so we'll just boost out until this bit touches that nearly. There we go. Now we're quite a bit off target there. So we're going to have to wait till we get around to the this is the ascend or descend point? Ascend. Now to align these orbits. Wrong way. Close enough. So let's line ourselves up with a little blue marker as usual. There we go. So now we just have to wait till we get round to this point, which is 19 minutes, but we're not actually going to wait that long, of course, because we can accelerate time, fortunately. That lovely little device. Round we come. Slow it down a bit, because otherwise I'll go flying past like I always do. And burn. Burn, burn, burn. Here it comes, down it goes, and stop. Right, let's get rid of that. Now then, we have some intersect points, but they're a bit screwy. Okay, so currently they're on opposite sides of the planet. So we'll wait till we get round there a bit. Oops, what's going on here? Oh, we're just so close to the atmosphere. Why are we that close to the atmosphere? That's not good. Bird Dog, I'd rather not do Dark Souls. I got a bit bored of it, to be perfectly honest. It's a really bad port to the PC from console, unfortunately. Yes, I do have an Xbox controller. I'd hate it, but I do. Okay, what's our current altitude? 70. There we go, we can skip out of this stupid thing now. So it's actually messed up my orbit a bit. I'm going to have to fix that now. Alright, get rid of that. Okay, so my orbit doesn't even touch there anymore at the moment. So over there, let's push it out so that it does. Then we can start dealing with these intercept points. The reason why I'm not really interested in Arkham City is it's pretty much just generic beat crap out of people. Not very much I can commentate on. It's, oh look, I punched that guy in the face again. Yay, I can push attack when they're not attacking me, and I can push counter when they go to hit me. Awesome commentary, that. Alright, round we go. And up we come. Done. Right. Let's get rid of that thing. Where are the actual intercept points at the moment? So if I was to boost there, they move away from each other pretty much. What about over here? I can get them to intercept like that. It's a lot of fuel to get there, but it's almost perfect meat. Have I played the new DLC for Crusader Kings? No, I have not, to be honest. I don't know. Republics wasn't really something that interests me. I was quite surprised they did it as a DLC to begin with. Oh, I do love it. I'm in the middle of live streaming, someone sends me a Steam message, I don't reply, you get about 8 messages, why are you talking to me? You don't love me anymore, basically. And then they log off, stroppy. Great fun. Have I ever played Far Cry 3? No, I have not. Euro Truck Sim 2. I can't believe people pay that much money for Euro Truck Sim 2. Crazy. Okay, come on. Meet up with that one. And a little bit more. There. 0.5 of a kilometre away. I would say that was pretty close. I love how people are saying Far Cry 3 isn't really my style. I will pretty much play any game going, but the YouTube channel has kind of labelled me as strategy gamer, and I actually get sort of abuse for playing anything but strategy games. I still remember the first time I put the Formula 1 video up, the outcry of what the hell is this? This is not strategy that I got was hilarious, to be honest. Have I played Imperial Glory? Yes, I have. Black and White 2? Yes. World of Tanks? Yep. Played far too much at the beta. I got the IS-7. Anyone who knows what's going on there will know what that means. Okay, so this little yellow thing here is the target. We want to be pointing the other way so that we kill all speed relative to it once we get close. Assassin, if you're looking on Amazon, could you do me a favour and instead look on Steam? Because if you look on Steam and find a game that is good, I can actually get it, whereas going through Amazon will take, you know, several days and a lot of effort on my part to be bothered. Steam, you kind of hit the button, your money's gone, you don't even notice, whereas Amazon, you know, you have to enter details and you get a chance to think about it, and it's like, do I really need this? I was considering Anno 2070. It is on special offer, but I don't really know. I couldn't find enough reviews that actually went into detail. It's like they all booted it up, played it for a little bit, went, yeah, it's Anno, it's a bit different, and then all turned it off again. Plus I wasn't entirely convinced as to how you guys would want to watch Anno, or what it's like to watch. Okay, here comes the space station. Whoop, and slow it down. Way, bye space station. Don't worry, we'll be back. Right then. Now we need to point at it, which is this pink sort of circle So now we're sort of boosting towards it. What I'm going to do right about now is jettison this big outer tank and not deploy the parachutes like it's trying to get me to do. Stupid game. Right, so that's driving us closer to the station. So we'll spin it back around the other way again, so that I can kill all speed again, and we just have to go through this process a few times. And then we slow this down. Okay, someone's made a comment on the anno thing, so I'll have to have a look at that in a second. Let me just fix this. Okay. Siri says get Black Ops 2 and make Irish kids rage. It is entirely an option, but I'm worried I would actually scare off a lot of my audience through playing it. Who doesn't want to watch Black Ops 2? Plenty of people, I can assure you. See? There we go. The stream chat has just exploded. And Bird Dog Alex has just realised quite the outpouring that Black Ops gets. I would play League of Legends, but let's see. One, there's people considerably better than me. Why would you watch me play when you could go watch one of the random professionals? Secondly, trying to... The same thing here applies with Dota. I cannot find 4 people that can reliably show up at the same time all the time that I want to play. In fact, I can't even find 4 people that can reliably show up one day a week. The problem with going solo is you tend to specialise in a lane. I mean, I know in League of Legends I've definitely specialised in a lane. I'm a specialist solo player in mid. And if you don't go with people, then you don't get your lane invariably. And then it's just horrible. You're in a lane you can't play, you don't know. And failing hard, I think, is the best description for some of my attempts. Where's the thing we're aiming for gone? Down there. Right, let's spin this round and ready. Okay, you guys are kind of convincing me. I think once I've finished playing around with the space station tonight, I may well go have a go at League of Legends solo queue. Or maybe duo queue with Siri, we'll see. Oh, by the way, Siri, if you'd like to post your channel, feel free. Okay, so you can see we're getting closer to my space station here. Zooming in nice and close. Not quite close enough yet. And as Siri has pointed out, I do have a question and answer session with Chadman and Kips coming up. So if you can think of any questions for any of the three of us, or all of the three of us, then feel free to add them to the question and answer video, which was like the channel announcement video that went up a couple of days ago. And Colonel McDaff points out poker face Kerbals. Okay, and then we can slow this down. And then let's get a bit of turning going, so we're facing... Well, which way do we need to be going? Around that way by the look of it. Let's face the station. Okay, set as target. Control from here. Okay, let's spin this around so that we're aligned the right way. And kick this into RCS. Right. Docking mode. You want to go left a lot and down a lot. Okay, up and to the right. And we want to slow it down a bit. Still going in too fast. There we go. Okay, let's point this nose up. Right, right, right. Up, forwards, forwards. down a bit maybe? Yeah, that angle's not quite right. Come on. It's all about problems of perspective now. Okay, let's slow that down while we fix this last little bit. Slow down. Come on. And connection, maybe. It's got to think about it, sort itself out. Come on, ship. Ta-da! And we have multiple Kerbals. Okay, we have a lot of fuel at our disposal now because there's a fuel tank at the other end. Right, let's start by retracting the panels. And attempting to turn this enormous structure. Actually, I am pointing the right way already. Okay, that'll do nicely. So what I actually wanted to test why is it not picking up these engines? Why can I not control the engine? Ah, I know, I'm in docking mode. There we go. Stupid. May also be why I couldn't turn the ship. There we go. It's turning properly now. So let's line this up. We got a bit of a wobble on. Go engines, go! oh, don't you... No, stop. Come back. It slingshots itself around. Control is ridiculous. This is why I kind of wanted the engines the other way up, so I was pulling instead of pushing. So obviously a lot of this space station is actually just garbage. You know, this bit's got nothing in, this is nothing. They're all just joining sections. That's the only real fuel tank. So if I was to design this as a proper long-range spaceship, a lot more of this would be fuel tank, and it would be a lot less long, linear, flexy bits. But I wanted to use the existing station as a test base to see if this instantly snapped in half or not, basically. And although it's difficult to manage, it is going. So, because the only actual fuel tanks on this ship is that one at the end there, and the same size one in there, and these little ones. I don't think that. I think that was a people capsule. So there's very little actual fuel on this ship for its size. So if I could get a ship this size that was all fuel, I could get anywhere basically. Which was the idea, to have like a massive station thing that I could just transfer over to Eve or Duna or something like that. Lee, if you keep rabbiting on about Battlefield 3, I am just going to prevent you from typing. I don't want to spend hours of my life having the same discussion with you of PlanetSide versus Battlefield every single day of every week. EA are one of the horrible companies, along with Rockstar, for not letting you do their games. If I can at all avoid them, I am going nowhere near them. Berserker wants to know if they'll add more planets. You mean like these ones? Why Rockstar? Because Rockstar prevent you from doing stuff on their games a lot of the time as well. They've sued a lot of people as far as I'm aware. Hang on, what? Are we getting grabbed by the moon here? I may well be. I can't quite tell what's going on there. As soon as I set a thing, it says I'm getting grabbed by the moon. Okay, let's stop. What happens if I get rid of that one? Do one over here. There we go. Moon encounter. Which is what we want. I'm going to try and shift my entire space station to the moon. I don't have enough fuel to get outside the solar system because of how much of the space station isn't fuel. So I'm going to try and shift to the moon. Why not play Farming Simulator? Ah dear. That just reminds me of an absolutely terrible joke you find going round in engineering circles, especially electronics circles, when you're in the lab soldering. And I can't tell you why without spoiling the joke, so I guess I'm just going to have to tell it. So it'll apply to anyone who's a chef or possibly decorating as well. And just in general, people might get it. I don't know how prevalent they are in general life in other parts of the world. But it's, what do you call someone who used to like tractors? I'll wait and see if the live stream can come up with the answer before I destroy everyone's fragile little minds with terribleness. The only suggestion so far is a farmer. Oh, Bird Dog Alex is so close. He says an ex-tractor lover. The question was, what do you call someone who used to like tractors? And Bird Dog gets it. An ex-tractor fan. Oh dear. Chad can kill me later, don't worry. Yep, I think everyone universally agrees that was bad. Tweets has just joined and asks, what's he doing? The answer is Transferring an entire space station from the orbit of Kerbin to the orbit of the Mun. Not the answer you expected there, I'm guessing. Okay, let's speed this up. Hopefully bits of my station don't fall off during the thought process of the game. So this is actually a really good moon grab we've got here. That's nice and sort of, I think we should be able to pull that in pretty easily. That is, unless this line is lying to me and it's now suddenly going to change and slam me into the moon. But here it comes, sneaking up on me with its impending look on its face. Ah, lovely. So when we get to there, we want to pull that in until we get that orbit. So now we just need to, the main reason I did that was so I can find the stupid blue thing on the nav ball down here. Okay, about to line this up, and wait for it. Come on, get on track. There we go. So in we come, heading for this maneuver. Trying to pull the orbit in. And that'll do that. Let's start the burn just in case it's a long one. Which it is reasonably. Fire the station. Come on, fuel, don't fail me now. We're about to establish orbit, which is good enough, but if we can get it down to a nice orbit, that's even better. Down it comes. Now let's go around a little bit until we're at the periapsis. And then do this again to pull this bit in. We're even going the opposite way to the other station. So we have options when we start coming to the Mun now of which station we wish to dock with, depending on which way we get grabbed by the Mun. Nah, my stations won't slam into each other, they're entirely different orbital heights. Okay, so we're aiming for about 400,000. We might just have enough fuel to get it there. And there it goes. So, time to deploy the solar arrays again. How much fuel is left up there? Plenty. Can I transfer it to this end? I can. And then we will wave goodbye to the station and detach my little control vessel. Okay, RCS. Pull away from the station. Now then, when we get around here somewhere, I want to boost that away. Whoa, probably not that much. What's I getting grabbed by there? The sun, maybe? Okay, let's find where that blue dot is. There it is. And then let's accelerate round to the burn point. So we've got a reasonable distance away from the station now. I'm going to keep an eye on it from this perspective though, just in case. So there's Doom Station, and we're burning away from it, so that's good. So out goes our orbit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Too much. Alright, we'll go for that much then. So that station is now going to stay in that orbit. The main reason I did that is so that I can clear up all the debris around Kerbin, ready for the next live stream, and then we can start construction of the interplanetary transfer vehicle, or the enormous hunking great space station of fuel in the sky. Yeah. That was what I wanted. Let's shrink this in. $1,500,000 and closing. Oops, too much. What I want to do is an atmosphere grab so that we come in at a nice shallow angle, get to see all the fun stuff. There we go. So the periapsis is 24,000 meters. We'll see what the atmosphere does to us. Here we come. And the game should kick into slow mode. Yep. So, have we lost orbit completely? No. Not yet. It's slowly crawling down. Let's help out here a little bit. Lovely halo type effect on the edge of the planet there. I can't for the life of me remember what that effect is called at the moment. Sunlight. Yes, we know it's sunlight and we know it's refracting off of the atmosphere, but I'm sure that actually has a proper effect name. Okay, there we go. It's sorted out its own landing spot, or a thin, thick enough atmosphere now that it's doing it for itself. Let's try and help them out a bit, get it back to land. Actually, no, these guys, you know, they fancy a day at the beach as well. They saw what happened with the previous mission. So, around here somewhere. Let's go for there. Except it's still going down. Never mind. Maybe they won't go for the beach. Now, Desby and Illy Bobbery, I don't know what his name's meant to be, do not look impressed to be home. Let's try and slow this down just a little bit. Someone's pointing out maybe it's because they're landing in a ship full of fuel. Well, you know, who doesn't want to land in a ship full of fuel? It's clearly the best way to do it. But don't worry, we have the patented engine ejection mechanism. Pay close attention to these 4 engines. Wait for it. Wait for it. Fire the missiles! And suddenly, once the nuclear engines are missing, the Kerbals are a lot happier about the whole ordeal. Let's watch the landing from their perspective. Oh, look at his little boot. Isn't that cute? Tick list says okay. Altitude on the left there, 200. (100). Vertical speed is about 8. Here it comes. Brace for impact. Oof. We survived. Slightly buried in the sand. Yeah, alright, you can stop screaming in agony now. Whee! Where's your little friend? The first space station transferal mission successful. These little guys are the stars of the show. And on that note, I'm going to bring the Kerbal stream to an end. So for everyone else, hang around for a moment. But for the people who are watching this on YouTube, if you want to see some of my other content, feel free to click any of the images now currently on the screen. The center one will take you to my main channel page, where on the right hand side you will find not only all my playlists, but also the other channels I support. So feel free to check out some of their content. Or if you don't click that and you click one of the ones around the outside, that will take you to the playlist directly related to the game that is pictured. So, on that note for the YouTubers, thanks for watching. See you next time.